continuing with our recap of Watches and Wonders
Yes.
2025, it's time for me to fanboy out. One of our absolute favorite brands here at Oliver Smith is Parmigiani Fleurier. And I gotta say, man, they killed it like they do every year.
Yes. I mean, we're always excited, one, to go to the Parmigiani booth because they have the best espresso in Geneva, and I will die on that hill. Especially when we go over for Watches and Wonders, we are jet lagged, we are tired,
Yep.
we're in meetings all day. And walking into that Parmigiani booth for me is like a little oasis.
Yeah, just a little bit of zen,
The
man.
sky with the hot air balloon and the espresso. I had a great oat milk latte. So thank you to the Parmigiani team. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
We're here to talk about
watches. And we're always impressed by their releases.
Yeah.
I'm Elizabeth. This is George. We work at Oliver Smith Jeweler. We love watches and we post reviews for all of our favorite brands. So make sure to follow along. You can also go to our website and shop live inventory of product. So what was your favorite release from Parmigiani?
It's such low-hanging fruit, but it was that Tour Perpetual Calendar. This was a year where I think a lot of brands didn't necessarily swing for the fences. It was about taking what was already good and just improving upon it. And this is that in spades. They did two different metals. They did a platinum and a rose gold.
Yes.
For me, it was that platinum with the sky blue dial. Is that
Morning blue.
Morning blue dial. Just phenomenal. And As a watch lover, as a collector, as you kind of go through your collecting arc, I think most of us end up understanding how hard it is to convey information concisely and simply. So
Especially when it comes to Perpetual Calendar.
So to take a Perpetual Calendar, they're putting a lot of information at you directly. And this did it so good. I mean, it was just simple, elegant, exactly what Guido's doing with the brand right now.
And it didn't take away from the dial at all.
Nope.
I remember seeing in person, I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a Perpetual Calendar like this before. We're used to pretty crazy dials and lots happening. It didn't take away from the toric design.
No, and it's still legible. It's still a watch.
Yeah,
I think
it's
half
really
the
well
time
done.
with these big complications, it's like they forget that it's supposed to tell time too.
Yep.
And everything else comes at you first. And this is just incredibly thoughtful. It was just a really, really good watch from a great company.
It reminded me of that Patek review we did on the weekly calendar.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
Almost like
Yep.
the handwritten numerals on
Yeah.
it. It kind of had that same feel to me. We have to talk about the dials on this watch.
Yeah.
Parmigiani is extremely thoughtful with their colors. Mid-century modern inspired, but there's always a story behind them. And this one was morning blue,
Yep.
which makes you feel a type of way looking at the dial. And then golden hour?
Golden hour, yeah. So you have your dawn and your
Yes.
evening,
Yes.
if you will. And both colors are soft and concise and beautiful without equivocation. I mean, that's not my opinion.
And it's not, and they're fun colors, but in a serious way. I don't feel like we're just throwing crazy colors. It's not a celebration dial. It's very thoughtful.
And you might want to lump this in with the wave of Tiffany-esque, of turquoise-ish. This isn't that. It is a different color to those. It is much more of a blue. I was just really, really taken aback by it. It was just really, really a stunning watch. Didn't lose words this year. That was for last year, but I was darn close.
Speaking of colors, on to the new GMT Rattrapant, which was a complication Parmigiani introduced 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
I mean, it really stole the show. They won quite a few awards for it. Now in Versace green.
Versace green,
Which
yep.
they said was inspired by the runoff of the snow in the Swiss Alps in the spring, the color that the rivers run through town. That's the color.
Such beautiful salesmanship. But ultimately, the color's really good. Again, a lot of companies have been doing green the past couple of years, and they're not all great.
Right.
Some of them are bad.
Yeah, and this doesn't give me green necessarily.
No,
Right, in that same way.
it's a darker, it's a natural green. And honestly, I see exactly what they're talking about. Deep water runoff from a glacier. It absolutely they nailed the color.
And then there's a new chronograph color as well, which is mineral blue.
Also, so a 40 millimeter chronograph with no date. It's perfect. Again, going back to that perfection, that simplicity, there are a few watches out there, particularly chronographs, that I think just do it right. It's chronograph distilled. It's the 1815 from Longa. It's the 5170 from Patek. This might go down as being one of the better chronographs out there. The movement's fabulous. It's that high beat that they've used before, but bring it down to a 40. Get rid of it. Just simple.
Size.
Yeah.
I kind of like what you say for Parmigiani overall as a brand. It's watchmaking distilled.
Yeah,
Simplified,
yeah.
bringing it down.
It's that stealth wealth, that striving for elegance. I mean, A date is too complicated, take it off, kind
we
of a
don't need to
thing.
know the date
I
when we're
love
on our
that. I
boat on
love that.
vacation. Who
It's so
cares?
posh, man. Yeah, it's just great. And then last but not least, two new releases in a new material. They did Sermit, which is a ceramic metallic. According to Gustavo, this is about 5 years in development to do this
it's quite a
case.
while.
They wanted, initially, I think they wanted to do ceramic. And Guido, as most of you know, Guido has some opinions. And one of them was that most ceramic ends up looking like plastic.
Okay.
And so how do you elevate it? You marry the metal and the ceramic, and he's absolutely right. The case has this luster to it.
It really does.
It has a presence, particularly that gray dot with the blue.
Yeah. The
knocked my
colors they
socks
chose
off.
were perfect for it, as expected. And it makes it a tougher material, right? That's the issue with
Correct.
ceramic, that
Yep.
it can be a little bit more fragile.
So a quick materials 101. The harder you make something, generally speaking, the more brittle it becomes. You push down on one, the other one goes up. And so ceramic is great for things like scratch resistance. It does not take impact well. And an impact, especially on a high-end watch like that, could really ruin your day. One door gem costs you an awful lot of money. So this is their solution to that.
Yeah.
I have not tested it personally, and nor should you. These things are expensive.
we
Be
plan on
nice. But this might be an answer. And it was sporty and tough and awesome, and yet still simple, still elegant, still right on brand with these guys.
I think it was a great direction, kind of the blackened out look, a little bit more sport. I think it was perfect tie into the whole collection.
Yeah, they seem to be a brand that thinks a lot about where they want to be, what they want to do, and they execute it flawlessly. Time and time again. Parmigiani, man, I just absolutely love what you're doing. Continue on.
Let us know what your favorite Parmigiani watch was from Watches and Wonders, and we will make sure to do live reviews as we receive them in store this year. If you have any questions, you can always chat with us live on the website or visit any of our stores in Scottsdale, Arizona and Aspen, Colorado.